Hi everybody, this is Yuval Gotlibovich. Thank you for being here, and I'd like to share with you today a few tips about practicing the octavas in Stamiz. So let's start. I often feel that the problems in playing octavas in general, and more specifically in Stamiz, is that we stop the bow after each individual octava. So we think about them as a unique event, and of course with every octava we need to locate the hand, and the way we work on it is stop the bow and put the next note. Of course in a flow that's not going to work because we don't have time to stop the bow and have the left hand pass and then play the bow. What we want to create is a trust between the two hands, a flow, a motion that goes through all the octavas and connects them. And that's what we need to concentrate on when we work. So I propose that instead of playing the shift early, that logically I suppose that sounds right, let's play it really late. Let's change the bow first and then relocate the left hand. So what I would do, I would play the first octava and then I would play the low note and link it in a bow with the next. So that's the first way that I would work. It's important that I never stop the bow and I link them. I link them with the bow and with the hand. As I get faster, that extra note will disappear, okay, and will be only left with the hands working harmoniously together. We do this trick in order to compensate our pattern of movement, which is to move one hand before the other. Okay, tip number 2. Let's give a bit more emphasis on the lower octava, and that would be good for sound. So it would look something like that. A lot of bow for the first note and a little bow for the second note. Okay? And then my third tip would be, let's play that extra note as a harmonic touch. So and that way we are going to take care that the wrist is always loose, okay? Because the moment of shift is the moment where we often tighten the wrist, okay, and then the movement is not light enough. So we will work now on the nature of that movement. Now the harmony. Okay, so these are 3 tips in working the octavas and in a physical manner connecting the two hands. Now there's also a psychological element to playing these octavas in Stamiz. I think they're really scary, and that's because they appear somewhere at the top of the first page and they last, I don't know, 1 second. And that's a source of concern. We are very nervous. We want to get over with them to play the rest of the concerto. And so even if we work very well, we may still very well be concerned and tighten unnecessarily our wrist or the hand or the fingers, and then and not do them as well as we can. So I have 2 tips for that. First of all, the purpose of our work is in order to forget. We need to work and instruct the left hand, train it to do well what it can do. And then when we actually perform, we need to forget about it. If we are busy in our mind in conversation with the left hand, that maybe is because we don't trust it enough. So I think there's one very important tool that we need to exercise, and that is our attention. To exercise our attention, I would propose first in a very physical way. Meaning, maybe I'd play the passes just before the octavas, I'd look at the viola, and when the octavas come, I'd look away. So my attention will be drawn to a physical movement other than the left hand. I can also do it by walking and stop walking, or taking a step forward and a step backward. Anything like that that you can think of would be great to divert the attention from the left hand. Given that you've done good work, the left hand should deliver the good result without you being occupied with it. And finally, last tip is when we play it in real time, we want to be concerned with nothing other than the musical gesture. And so let's do a little analysis of this, of the bar where the octavas exist. And let's see what is there and what we can do with the music, so that we can think about that and not about the left hand. So the first thing we have is we have this note, and after that we have a scale going up. A scale going up could be a type of crescendo, leading into. And then we have an arpeggio. The octavas mark an arpeggio. I'll play it now without octava. Yeah. And so I would instruct the bow what to do so that I can be in conversation with the bow and not with the left hand. I would lean on that note, then I would play spiccato, the next, the scale going up, and pay special attention to the upper, so that I can go to the frog and I hope you enjoyed those tips and found them helpful. And if you'd like, please subscribe to my channel, and hope to see you in the next video.